is you doing this morning?
Hi Lynette, how you doing?
I decided I'm gonna pass by here so to give you a look up. Because since my grandmother saw me with those potted plants the other day, she offered me a piece of land at the back party house, a small piece. Actually, it looks something like this area here. So she told me I could utilize it, and I just want some ideas.
Well, the first thing you gotta do is clear the area from the grass and the bush, or all the vegetative matter, and then you can start preparing your beds like how I prepare my beds now. All right, come let me show you what to do.
All right, but I think I can come on this side.
No problem. Now, as I said before, the first thing you gotta do is make sure that your area is free from grass, and because we don't want to be planting the grass again when we preparing the beds. And then you start preparing your beds. Now, make sure the area is not in a slope that it will have any flooding, because we don't want to have any flooding in the area. And secondly, make sure you have at least 6 hours of sunlight in the area.
And these look like weeds that I could pull by hand.
Yes, you could pull all these weeds by hand. They're very easy to pull.
Well, this bed look real high though. This is the height that I gotta use.
Yes, you want your bed at least 10 inches above the surface so that you have good drainage. So in case of the rainfall, it won't soak your beds.
I see a lot of fine rocks and that kind of thing in it. That ain't a problem?
No, not the fine rocks. The fine rocks is not going to be a problem. And what we're going to do after you see the lumps, we're going to take out all those big lumps and have them soft and even.
So what are you going to use to do this?
Well, I just enforce the area now, and then we can have the hoe, and then we're going to break up all this area. Now, the reason why we prepare the land is one, to reduce the weeds, and then also have the soil, what you call a good condition, a lot of air in it, that the soil will be fertile.
Another thing though, I got to worry about spacing or anything like that.
Yes, for sweet potatoes, we put them 1 foot apart. We put 1 row in the bed and 1 foot apart. That's the spacing for sweet potatoes.
But remember, you only got a small little piece of land.
But that is enough. That is enough. Because this area will carry about a good 10 pieces. So,
Okay.
yeah, and then sweet potatoes can multiply. But I will show you how to do that later.
All right.
Now, when I finish for the area, I will just level the area now.
You got to show me how to do that though.
Yes, yes, of course. Now, right, I will take the hoe now. Now, sometimes you can put even water, but you just want to break up these lumps.
Oh, but they ain't look too hard.
No.
Nice and soft.
And when you're ready, I will come and I will help you with your area. And then we will just make the bed broad, because you want the bed at least 3 feet, a minimum 3 feet, so that you can plant. It don't have to be sweet potato, it could be anything you're planting. So we just broaden the bed here and break up those lines. And you see, we have a good level bed. You just take out these roots.
And another question. Then I selecting this material, what I can be using? Seeds or something?
But we call it cuttings, and I will show you how to do that. We actually cut it off the plant itself, what we call the parent plant, and then we transplant the cuttings.
And that is all? I ain't got to do nothing with it?
Well, we normally soak it in some insecticide so that you won't have what we call clean material. You're planting in the ground, clean material.
Insecticide.
Insecticide. And it's a safe insecticide. I know you can ask me, it's a safe insecticide.
Because I know that these sweet potatoes these days, there's got this little thing in it that it's got them smelling and taste real funny.
Yes, that's correct. That insecticide will control the weevil. We call it sweet potato weevil, so it will control that. Also, while you're preparing your land, at this time is a good time to add your organic matter. What we call it the sheep dung and things like that. But you got to make sure it is well rotted. At least 3 months, put it down, because you can't add the fresh manure to the soil. And you see the soil here is ready for planting. It's loose and it's ready for planting. So you just add your manure and you'll be ready.
But you could use a commercial fertilizer too if you
Yes, if you want, you could use a commercial fertilizer.
I didn't even know that it's fertilize these things.
Yes, you fertilize the crops and make sure they have the nutrients required so that they could grow.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so when I finish here, we will select our material and get it ready for planting.